on the work that you've done so far. Now, there's just one task that I wanted you to do on Monday and overlapping into Tuesday, which was a plants recap poster. So just looking through what you'd done with Mrs. Rabishek and seeing what you could remember. And I was really impressed with what you'd given back. So what I've done here is attached some of the some examples of your work and put out some general points on how I think you've done. So if I just quickly flick through and show you the points and then give you some examples. When you're preparing this work at home, especially if it's something like a revision poster, it's important, and most of the work did this. The good work answered all the points it needed to. So there were specific things that I asked you to do, which was to look at plant classification, look at seed dispersal, look at the structure of the flower, and look at pollination with both insect and wind pollination. And most people did that, and that's what made the work good. The work, generally the good work as well, was really well presented. Now, the very best work was original. You'd done something slightly different, so you'd actually thought about it rather than just going to your normal default setting of whether it be a mind map or a little poster. And what's really important with this, and this is something that really shows your understanding, is the real best work was done in your own words. It's very clear when something's been copied and pasted because a lot of the vocabulary isn't the normal vocabulary you would use. So what was really impressive was the best work was in your own words. So going forward, I would really like to see people using less copy and paste and writing more stuff in their own words. Also, the best work included bits of the extension tasks, and we'll look at that in a minute. So I just flick through and show you some of the examples that that we've got, so you know the kind of work that your peers have been doing. So you can see here we've got a range of different ways of presenting the work. So there's some posters, really well presented, nice clear diagrams, really well labelled, good use of colour, a nice clear table. Some students decided to write it out in paragraphs and present their work like that. So it's whatever suits you, but normally for this kind of work, a mixture of diagrams and notes is a really effective way of presenting your information. Looking more here, it seemed that hand-drawn work seemed to be something that you wanted to do more of, but there's some lovely diagrams here and some really well-presented ideas. But again, remembering, using diagrams and text tends to present your work more clearly and makes it easier for you to remember. Again, looking here at more examples. So, really impressed with that. What was nice as well, a few of you did send in some of the photos of the 4 groups of plants that we were looking at. So you went out and found some moss, some conifer plants, some ferns, and some flowering plants. It is nice when you do those optional extended activities and send those bits in. So, in summary, what we really need to be trying to do for every task that we complete, once I get onto that final, there we go, I doesn't want to go that way, there we go. The final thing is make sure you always answer all the questions. Work really well presented. You've probably got plenty of time to do these tasks, so make sure it is presented to the best of your possible ability. Try and do your work originally. Think of something a little bit different. Think of a new way of doing it. Always try it in your own words. Please don't use copy and paste. And try and include some extra information or some of the extension tasks that I've set. So that's the feedback from what we've done. There is another video today that I want you to watch, which is introducing the task, and that is going to explain what you're going to be doing in today's lesson. So thank you for watching, and you will see me in the next video.